Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel. This is She Is Here Through Christ. This is going to be a little different today. It is more so about my testimony and giving myself a self-deliverance, which I needed, and just my testimony of like seeing demonic spirits as well as just spirits. So I'll say the first time I saw a spirit was when my grandma had passed away. I was at home. She was in one room and I was in the other room, and she was on hospice. We had her on hospice at home. So I'll just put it in like a L shape. So my room was right at the top. Then next to that was my mom's room, and then next to that was my granny's room. So it was about I'll just say like 1 o'clock in the morning. I went in there, talked to my grandma, and told her I'll be back, and because I was getting tired. So I went to my room, and then I woke up to a lady that I knew this was my grandma. So I know that the devil comes with the same as white lights to appear as an angel, because, you know, distracting us that believe in God. So, but this was my grandma. Like, this was literally my grandma. I know it was my grandma. I saw her face, same height, everything. And I woke up and I was like, okay. So then my mom comes out the room and she's like, Micah, did you see that? Was that you? I was like, Mom, you know I'm not that short, because my grandma, I think she's like 5'3". I'm 5'7". So I was like, no, Mom, that wasn't me. So that was my first encounter with a spirit. Now, my first encounter with a demon was when I just had my son. So this was in 2009. I just had my son, and we were in the same room that my grandma had passed away in. So I moved into that room, and then the room that I had, I can't remember whose room it became. I'm not sure. We were just a family home, so that's how it worked. So I was laying down. My son was on the right side of me, and all I could remember is me being, what do they call it, sleep paralysis. So I was being held down, and I couldn't scream. I couldn't do anything. I was just like, and my son was awake. This was the scariest moment that I had, was me being pinned down. I couldn't get to my son. My son was probably maybe about 3 months old. I think he was like 3 months old. So then I literally he had to have been older than that, because this was after my grandma had passed. So I'll probably say maybe, I'll just say 6 to 9 months. I'll just say he was 6 to 9 months. So I was being pinned down. I couldn't scream. I was awake, okay? I saw my room, everything. I was awake. I couldn't scream. I'm trying to scream for my mom. Nothing was coming out. And then I looked over into the closet, and I saw this, it looked like a little gargoyle, like, you know, the little statue gargoyles that they have with red eyes. And the only thing that I can say that the devil could not have control of was my mind. So I was just like, Jesus, please protect my son. I wasn't even worried about me. I was worried about my son. I was like, Jesus, please protect my son. Jesus, please get this demon out of this room. Please protect my son. Do not let this demon hurt my son. And then I was able to, after I was just kept saying Jesus and calling his name, I was able to come up out of it. And I hugged my son so tight. So that was another time that I had. Well, the first time I encountered a demon. The second time that I encountered a spirit was when my sister had passed away. So my sister was healthy. She was working out, doing everything. She had just came from her friend's party. I think it was a vision board party. I'm not sure. But she just came from a party. And then she had called me and was like, hey, I'm going to call you back. And I was like, all right, call me back. So the next call that I got, it was probably like 2 hours later, was her boyfriend on the phone like, hey, your sister's not feeling good. She's doing this, she's doing that. And she was just telling me that she's on the floor, her stomach is hurting and all of this stuff. And so he had called the ambulance. And remember, this is during COVID. Well, you don't remember, but this was during COVID time. So, and we're in Colorado and I'm coming from maybe 30 minutes away. So it is, when I say it was snowing, it was snowing. So I'm trying to be careful as well as trying to get to my sister. So I believe I got there before the ambulance got there. I didn't see my sister. I wanted to see her before. So then I drove back home because they weren't letting anybody in. I didn't know if she was there. I kept calling and calling and calling, and they was like, well, we'll call you back. So when I got home, I asked my husband to call the hospital. And before he came up there, I went into my room and I just started praying. I was like, please, Lord, watch over my sister. Please let her be okay. But as I was praying, I saw an angel like right beside me. And that is how I knew that my sister was gone. My husband came up there. He was like, yeah, he was like, she was on a ventilator. They had to give her CPR. She kept dying. They kept reviving her back. And I'm just sitting up there like, I already knew that. Like, I saw her angel was right beside me and she came and she's gone. So I'm driving down, like I said, in the snow, driving down, and I just let her, and they was like, Micah, there's no reason for you to come. Your sister passed away. And I was like, no, I'm coming down there because I want to see my sister. So I had to call my brother. I had to call her boyfriend and let them know. And they can only let 3 people in at a time. And the thing is that she looked the same exact way that my mom looked when my mom passed away. So, you know, then, yeah, so that was hard. Okay, fast forward. So from living in 30 minutes away from Aurora, Denver metro area, we moved to Aurora because I was like, hey, Denver metro area, because I was like, hey, I can't be away from my brother. It's just me and my brother left. So, let's go back. Sorry, go back to before my sister had passed when I saw an angel. So let's go back. So I did sage, which now knowing that opens up a realm for demons. Okay. I would think I would know that, but I did not. So that's what opened it up even more for demonic activity. So then we had moved to the metro area. And then, like, you know, every married couple, you get into an argument. So I got, me and my husband was not like talking or on good terms. And I didn't want to sleep in the room with him. So I went and slept on the couch. When I went to sleep on that couch, I was like, okay, I started seeing like little black shadows. And I'm like, okay. All right, I'm going to try to block that out. Keep praying. So then I went to lay down, and it was like, when I say this figure was tall. Like, my dad is 6'11". I know it wasn't him, but it was tall like that, like 6'7", 6'11", like super, super tall. So then I'm like, okay. But I'm like, all right, I'm praying. But for some reason, my prayers were not going. They were not working. And then that was the second time I had sleep paralysis, and that thing was holding me down. I was trying to scream for my husband. I couldn't get anything out. And all I could remember was, Jesus, 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 help me, please. Jesus, help me, help me, help me. Jesus, please help me, Jesus. And boom, gone. So I jumped up, grabbed my blanket and my pillow, and I went back in to my bedroom. And I just went in there and I prayed, and just prayed and prayed and prayed. And yes, that is the second time I had sleep paralysis. Then I started to really understand, like started really getting into the Bible and really understanding that crystals and sage and all of that stuff is opening portals to the demonic world. So I had bought, like, this was a lot of money worth of crystal bracelets that I had purchased. So I threw those away. I threw the sage away. My son had came home with some sage, and I told him, I was like, that got to go. Which he didn't know that sage is a open portal for demonic spirits. So I had to teach him that. And then the bracelet that I had gave him, I told him, I was like, hey, you need to throw that away. And I explained to him why, because it opens up portals for demonic activity. And, we had this talk about it. So it seemed like after I got rid of all the things that I needed to get rid of, it just seems like there was no more demonic spirits or anything. I haven't encountered a shadow or anything like that. So, but what brought me to my self-deliverance is I was watching a YouTube channel. Call him Pastor Mike. His name is Mike S. something. I cannot remember. But I was watching his because I was trying to figure out, like, what are these dark shadows? I was just trying to educate myself. And within educating myself, I came across his video of self-deliverance, which, never thought about that. But I did that because I needed that, because it was like a heavy weight that was just on me of everything that was bothering me. And I went through the self-deliverance, and when I was going through the self-deliverance, my body just started feeling super warm, like it was burning up. It was starting to like how you start accumulating a fever. My body just started getting warm. And then my chest started getting tight, and my my throat was starting to feel like it was closed in. And I was rebuking the devil. I was rebuking everything that I have done, which the psychic like, I used to go to psychics, and a psychic had told me that I don't know why you're here because you have these psychic abilities, and I don't want that. So I was going to psychics and not seeking God. I was using sage and not seeking God. I was doing these crystals, like wearing these crystals and not seeking God. And then another thing, like, I had opened up a portal of witchcraft, because when I was in college, there was a boy that was just super mean to me. So I sit up there and looked up some white magic, but it was black, really black magic. Any magic is just not good. So I sit up there and I put a spell on him, and it worked, which was bad. So I opened up that portal as well. So I was just opening up portals to demonic activity, which I didn't even know. And then also I was, as a kid, I was opening up demonic portals, playing the Ouija board, which my family had the Ouija board. So I was just opening up these portals and doing all this stuff and not even realizing that's what I was doing until I watched that video, and I'm just sitting up there like, oh my gosh, I've been opening up demonic portals since I was a kid, like playing the Ouija board, and then it just kept elevating, burning candles and all of that stuff. It's just like, it just kept elevating, and I'm just sitting up there like, what have I done? So back to the self-deliverance, like I was saying, I was burnt, like I was getting warm. My chest was starting to cave, it like get closed in. My throat was closing in because I was rebuking all those demons that I had let in, and all those demons from generational curses, and I was rebuking, and I started coughing, like coughing bad, and then my jaw locked up. When I opened my mouth, my jaw locked up because I'm trying to speak it out like, hey, get out of me. Get out of me. I don't want you here no more. I bind every contract that I have between you. I break every chain. See, that's what he tried. Like, you see how I'm stuttering, trying to stop me from saying what I need to say. I break every chain that you have against me and my family. I block every generational curse that has come like 60 years, 60 generations back. I bind everything. I was just tearing up every contract that I had. And when I say I bawled, I cried so hard. I couldn't breathe. So I went to the bathroom because I had to vomit. So I was throwing up. I was coughing. I was like shaking. I couldn't breathe. I was crying. I'm sitting up there in the bathroom, lifting my hands up, giving glory to God and telling him to take every demonic spirit out of me, watch over my children, telling the devil that he does not have my kids. He doesn't have me. He doesn't have me anymore. And when I say once I did that, I felt so light. And then I felt so drained, because I was trying to hold myself up and I couldn't hold myself up. Like, I was drained from how much weight was lifted up off of me. I was so drained, but it felt so good. Oh my God. Like, it felt so good to get that off of me. There's still a little bit, like, because the devil doesn't want you to like let him go. So there was a little bit of demonicism. I don't even know if that's a word. When I was asleep, I guess it's Lilith, the sexual one, was trying to attack me in my dream. And I was just like woke, and I'm praying like, God, please get this demon up off of me. You do not have me. And that is what I kept doing, and gone. And then it's like trying to have these dreams of these serpents in there and all of that stuff. So it's like when you're trying to do, or that you are getting delivered from something in the past, it's like the devil is still going to try to put roadblocks. But back to my self-deliverance, when I say, like, I am so much happier, I feel so much lighter. And then let's go back. So when I was trying to cast out that demon, my throat, like, I felt it right here, like that joker was just stuck right here. And then I just started coughing. And then that's when I started coughing, my jaw locked up, and then I vomited. And then I just kept coughing, and the more that I coughed, go. Okay, I'll get her. Go. The more, if you got kids, they tattletelling on each other. So, but yeah. But the more and more I started coughing, the more and more my throat started to open up, because I was just like, demon, you got to get up out of me. Like, I just kept saying it. I was like, God, please get this demon up out of me. And you just don't understand how great I felt. Like, when I say I feel so light, like it was just so much that was taken up off of me just from tearing up those contracts that you have with the devil. Stop negative talking, asking God to release you from those demonic spirits and everything. Just demonic spirits, just take them up off of you, and you're asking God that you will follow God, you will trust God, and trusting and believing that He will do that for you. That is what I had to do. And when I say, like, you know how when you just get a relief and you just flop over, and it's like so much relief, and then you just try to stand up, but you feel so weak because you just feel so drained, and you know how drained you have felt for years. Like, you're getting that feeling of, oh my God, this is how I used to feel, like this heavy. And then it's just like, it's so hard to explain. Like, I would just flop over and I'll praise God and I'll try to stand up, and I couldn't hold myself up because I was so drained. So I just went back to the bed and I just started praying some more and thanking God. But yeah, that was the best feeling that I have felt in a very, very long time. But I sent that video to my brother because I feel like he has a lot of weight on him that he needs to get off. And I'm not saying like demons are not going to continue to try to attack me, but I know that with that self-deliverance, I know that it works. Like, I know that it works because I felt it, and I told my husband about it today. And it feels so good. So if you guys need that self-deliverance, I would watch Mike S. I can't think of his name, but it's Pastor Mike. He's a pastor. So, but I will watch that video. It helps you to understand self-deliverance. And then it also talked about your soul ties. So I asked about soul ties too, and rebuke all of that stuff. And it was more so like forgiveness, like I said, believing in horoscopes. Forgot about that. I used to read my horoscope a lot. So yeah, it's just a lot of things that I repented. I asked God to break the chains off of me in connection to the devil. I was literally tearing up contracts in the air, and telling the dude, like, the devil, like I was rebuking him, and was not liking it because every time I was trying to talk, just like you saw, he would have me stuttering, and to where I couldn't get my words out because the devil was trying it. But not saying that I will not have to deal with demonic things again, but like now I know what I need to do, and I need to trust God and give it all to God, and He'll make a way, and He's there, like He's literally there. Just have to ask Him. So I just hope this testimony helps somebody, and I just feel great. Like, I feel so awesome. Because, man, if you just ever do a self-deliverance, it is the best thing, because you are rebuking the devil. You are getting yourself away from your demonic ways and your negative ways, your negative self-talk, your negativity, and trusting in God and believing in God that He is going to make a way for you in everything that you do. So just like trust Him and deliver yourself. And if it does not work, that I just feel like you have to go into it wholeheartedly. Like, you have to go into it with authority. You have to go into it meaning like, hey, devil, you gonna get up out of me. Your demons, your minions, whatever it is, you got to get up out of me. And at first I was like, just, but then I was like, and then something came over me and I just started bawling. So, just crying, okay? So, like I said, I hope this message helps, and please like, comment, and subscribe, and share this out with somebody who you may feel that needs a self-deliverance, just to know, just to go off of what has happened to me. And I praise you, I love you all, and I glorify Jesus' name, Jesus Christ. Thank you, Lord, and I love you, and have a great day. And like I said, comment, subscribe, notification bell, so we can get this message out there and leading more people to self-deliverance, and getting closer to God. Love you.